Hey guys, it's Ellie. This video is going to be a really big Q&A for the concert, and I'm going to call it part 1 just because I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot more questions I want to answer. I asked on Twitter and on Facebook for you guys to send me questions, and I got so many. So I combined some, and just so like your questions would definitely be answered if you asked me them, and if they didn't, please comment down below, and the next video I make, I will definitely be sure to include them. I plan on making a part 2, so it'll just build off of that. For some questions, I've either made videos in the past about them, or I need to make videos in the future just because the answers to them are going to be too long and I want to actually make them really detailed for you guys. And then, okay, well, I guess that's it, so I'll start. I have three sections I divided it up into, and I'll leave like the time of each one of those starting like in the description. So I'm gonna have a merch section, general admission section, and then a concert like just in general section. So let's start with merch. So the first question I got is what time does merch start? So last year merch started between 10 and 11 depending on your venue. Yeah, just they'll post it, they'll post what's for sale, the prices, and what time the booths are actually going to open. Now the next question I got was what time should you get there for merch? The really popular merch are going to sell out really fast. So this might sound crazy, but honestly I recommend getting there around 7 to 8 a.m. So like 3 to 4 hours before the booths are going to open. And even if the venue says they're like not open, sometimes the booths are off the venue, or you can still make lines for merch off the venue. And I'll talk about that in the GA section as well. So yeah, just get there whenever you can if you want to get those super popular merch. If you don't like care about what merch you get, there are still going to be some left over. Just know that like certain members or like t-shirts and stuff will sell out really fast. But you can get merch anytime throughout the whole day, before the concert, and even after the concert's over. I've heard people getting merch then. Next question is if you're in GA, how would you get merch? Because GA, you have to stand in line, you can maybe ask a friend to maybe get your merch for you, like give them money. I've seen people do that. I've seen people who like you've never even met them before at the concert. You're like, oh hey, like will you help me get merch? And like we're all friends, like we're all like sharing our love for the boys, and I just feel like I would be okay doing anyone a favor if you guys like found me and were like, yo, okay, can you help me get merch? If I didn't have GA that day, then I'd totally say yes, since I have seated tickets for one of the concerts. I don't know, we just gotta have each other's backs. So ask a friend, make a friend. Yeah, your other option is buying online. That's my next question I have is, when will merch be available online / where can I get it? So the merch left over from the concerts, they're gonna put those online, and those are going to be put onto sale on the Big Hit website. Now, those sell out so fast. Like, when I say so fast, I mean like in seconds. Like, the super popular stuff's going to be sold out. So it's going to be just as bad, just as big of a fight as it would be in person. Next question is how do you get an army bomb / do they sell out? I actually made a video talking all about how to get an army bomb, like, and how they sell out. So I'm going to link that in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out. It's a pretty good detailed video on that, so I hope that answers your question if you watch it. Okay, so next section is the general admission section. What time to line up for GA? Woo, this is a big question. What time do you line up? Now, it really depends on the day, what security guards are working, if they're in a good mood. Like honestly, the venue, like just the venue's rules, the city that you're in, because I know a lot of cities aren't safe, and like it's really not okay to be somewhere when it's dark out in some of these cities like Chicago, Hamilton, LA, like honestly like any of them. Like I'm not trying to bash on your city, because like obviously there's safe places, but like I don't want someone to put their lives or their friends' lives in danger just because you're trying to like camp out. The boys wouldn't want that, and I don't want you guys to do that. But there are gonna be people who are going to camp out. Is that allowed? Is it legal? Like, you're gonna hear different opinions, so I'm not gonna tell you no, you can't camp out, and I'm not gonna tell you yes, you have to camp out, because that's not true. Like, that's not, like, people who are saying like your only option is camping, that's not true. But if you do decide to camp out, I really recommend getting there between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. That's gonna ensure like a pretty good spot. And honestly, like people who got there at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they were still front, like between row 1 and row 3, which is like amazing in my opinion. And the next question is if you can't line up that early for the concert, how screwed are you? You're honestly not screwed. Like you're not. A lot of people think like, oh, if I'm not front row, nothing's worth it. Speaking from like not only like seeing other people's experiences and like talking to other people and like being there, it's just like if you're in the back, the view from the back might even be better than your view or experience in the front row. That's another question I have is what's the view like from the back row? You're gonna be able to see everything. Like if you're front row for extended or front row for main, there's gonna be parts of the show you're not gonna be able to see at all. And if you're in the back, you not only have room, you have space to breathe. You don't have to worry about people pushing or like running around or like getting there at a certain time. You can relax, you can dance, you can have fun. You can see both stages completely and the monitors. And you're not gonna have people's like phones and signs in your face. So if you're worried about not being able to camp out, honestly, don't be worried. Like, you're gonna have a good time, like I promise. Like just keep in mind you're there, like that's the most important thing that you're gonna like that you have. So keep that in mind. So yeah, any view is a good view, honestly. Like don't stress out about it, don't freak out about it. But if you guys if you do have more questions regarding that more specifically, I can make another video on like GA survival guide, like probably. Just let me know. Next question is, can you hold places in line for people while you get food or to use the bathroom? I would say yes. If someone asked me to hold their spot in line and I know they've been there for a while, like with me, I'd be like, hell yeah, go get some food, go use the bathroom, because I would want that for myself. Like I would want someone else to be able to let me. And like I said, the people you're gonna meet are gonna be so kind, they're gonna be so friendly. Like I really hope so. Like we're all in this together. So as long as you talk to people around you, talk to people in front of you, talk to people behind you, you're gonna be together for a while. So like you might as well get to know each other, get like close. So yeah, I would say yes, you can hold places. Only for short periods of time though. Like I hear people, oh, like I'm holding a spot for my friend, she's gonna be here in like 8-9 hours. Like that's where it gets a little fishy, just because like if I haven't seen the person and I don't acknowledge their face, I don't know who they are, I have not seen them here like standing in line, that's when it gets a little, I don't know, like rude, I guess. It's just disrespectful. I feel like you can hold a spot for someone in line, just make sure that you guys are like rotating at like a fashion that's not like really large amounts of time and you're not leaving for really large amounts of time. The next question is how to use the bathroom while in line. Depending on your venue, it's going to be different. Your venue might be near a place like Starbucks. Starbucks, some are open 24 hours and some are open pretty long. Like I know for Staples Center, since that's where I'm doing the GA, I was looking up, there's a Starbucks literally across the street and it's open from like 2 a.m. It's open from 5 a.m. all the way to 2 a.m. So there's only going to be a 3-hour period where you can't go to the bathroom and you'll probably just be asleep if you like do, or that you'll be just showing up. So I really wouldn't worry about that. You're gonna find a place, whether it's a store, a restaurant, like just make sure you talk to them and you ask them if that's okay and you're polite and you're respectful, because we don't want people to get a bad impression of armies. Yeah, okay. Next question is how to be in the very front. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna show up last minute, I'm gonna shove my way through to the front, I don't care what it takes, I'll pull people. Guys, like most of us are like, we're in the same spot here. Like please respect people who got there at sunrise and have been working their asses off to like stand in line. Don't shove people, don't push people. Like I know it's gonna happen, but like guys, these are human beings too. And like the boys don't want to see this. Like they don't want to see people shoving, they don't want to see people they don't want to see people fighting. Like just be nice, just be civil, honestly. Like we're humans, like be respectful, like understand what that person's gone through to be there. And like I know that you yourself might want to get there, but like if you do want to get there that bad, then maybe figure out how to get there earlier. yeah, or just don't shove. Like, don't try to like force your way to the front, because that's just rude to people who've worked really hard to get there. Last question for GA is, what's the difference between main stage and extended stage? Or which is better? Honestly, you're gonna have plus sides and downsides to both. So for extended stage, you're gonna be able to see them from the front the whole time, but extended stage is also a lot more violent. There's a lot more pushing. People are very, very like excited because you're pretty close for extended. But for main stage, you're really close also. But main stage is kind of like split in half because of the catwalk. Extended stage is just gonna be flat all across in the sides. Now for main stage, they perform a lot of their title songs like Fake Love, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Not Today are going to be on those stages. And then like the smaller songs are going to be on the extended stage. So if you really want to see those like title songs, like the core of BTS, like I would recommend the main stage because you're going to be up close to them. And you're also going to be able to see like the monitors maybe a little better. And then for extended stage, it's other songs, and they also do a lot of interacting on the extended stage, and they also do a lot of interacting on the catwalk. So if you don't get in front of main stage or extended stage, like, don't feel like, oh my god, I'm never gonna see anything, they're never gonna talk to me. They do so much interacting on the catwalk and on the sides. Like, don't be discouraged. Like, they do a really good job of like spreading their love around the whole thing, like, I promise. So like, don't think that your spot in the pit is gonna ruin your experience, because only like you and your attitude could do that, like ruin it, I mean. So alright, so that's it for GA. So the next section we're gonna do is just concert normal questions. Alright, so the first question I have is, what are the different seated views like P1, P2, P3 as they go up? It depends on your venue and how they divide it, so I really recommend going to this website called View From My Seat. You can type in your section and your seat number, and you can find like people's pictures from your spot of the stage. So you're gonna get a really good idea of what your spot's gonna look like when you get there. And again, just keep in mind that the important thing is that you're there. So the next question I have is, what's your opinion on filming during the show? Personally, I don't want to film the whole show because there's gonna be probably professional fan cams, and there's also gonna be those DVDs. So and you see these stages a lot. The thing you aren't gonna we watch the boys through our phone screens all the time. Like, you're there in person. Sorry. You're there in person, and you want to spend that time looking at them with your eyes. Now, I understand wanting to take videos when you're in the pit for interactions. That's totally okay. Have your phone out and ready when they're not performing. But while they are performing, be there, be present, be excited, and focus your attention on them and not through your phone screen. That's my opinion on it. But that's just my opinion. You guys can do whatever you want. This is just my opinion. So the next question I have is, how do you get soundcheck? Now, soundcheck this year is a little different. Instead of it being the first 250 people to buy a P1 ticket, now it's just a random 500. Now, it's not 500 per transaction. So if you buy 10 tickets, you're not going to get all 10 of them chosen for soundcheck. And that's only out of P1. They choose the 500 out of the P1 tickets, both seated and GA. So, but you can only buy one ticket and have that selected. And it's random. So my issue is since I bought 2 tickets, what if only one of them gets soundcheck and your friend or your sibling or your parent can't go with you? That's a lot of problems people are having with this, and I do agree that the random is maybe a little more, it's a little more troubling than it was last year with you definitely have it, and plus there's the waiting around for it because they haven't announced it yet. At least at the time of me recording this video, they haven't announced it. They'll probably announce it when tickets are released July 1st. Or around then, or hopefully soon, because I really want to know too. Next question is will soundcheck be the first ones in the venue even after soundcheck is over, or do they leave? Last year, everyone got wristbands. You got a wristband for general admission, and you got a wristband for soundcheck, and there were 2 different wristbands. People who went in for soundcheck, they did the soundcheck, and then they had to leave again. They everyone exited the concert hall, and they closed it off again, and those people who had the soundcheck wristband also had their line wristband, which had their number in line. So they were allowed to return to their spot in line. So if you got your wristband number 100 and you were soundcheck, you're going for soundcheck, you come back out, you're going to be number 100 again in that line if they do it the same way they did last year, which I'm pretty sure it's what they're going to do this year. I think it's fair. I think it's yeah, I think it's the best way to go, the most organized, because like you have your spot, you have your spot. Next question is how long does the concert last / does it start on time? The concerts usually last between 2 to 3 hours. Starting on time, it's really, I can't say. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Logistically, maybe some technical difficulties, maybe the lines are taking really long to get people in, or something's happening. Like, I can't answer that. But yeah, just get there early enough so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe it starts early, maybe it starts late. I wouldn't worry about it. But like if you're thinking about booking a flight like right after the concert's over, I'd maybe like think about that and know that you do run the risk of maybe missing that flight or that train or that bus. Okay, so next question is what time do you recommend getting to the venue? Whew, okay, this one really depends on your seat, if you're a pit or if you're seated, and like what do you want to do? Do you want to get merch? Do you want to hang out with friends? Because there might be other activities you can go do. Like last year they had the photo booths. I don't know if they're gonna have those again this year. They might have a different activity. Do you want to like really take in the whole thing, or are you just wanting to go for just the concert? Honestly, it depends. I'll probably end up making a bigger, longer video on just like your options on arrival, because I could talk about that for 10-15 minutes. And I don't want to make this video like an hour long. I'm going really fast, so I really apologize. So the next question is what to pack for the concert. Now this is another really big video that I'm going to make. I plan on making this one very soon, is what to pack for the concert. It's really important to know what to bring, what to have. Yeah, so comment down below if you guys want to see that one, and subscribe so that you know when I'm going to post these videos, so that you have your answers right away. And I do a lot of research on these, so just know that this isn't just my opinion, it's from talking to other people and doing a lot of research. Like, this is all I do basically. So next question I have is, will there be a live band like for Wings tour? I don't know, like I'm not in the production crew of Big Hit. I wish I was, but it just depends. It depends on how they decide to do it. It depends on, like, logistically, can they fly a whole live band out? Can the concert support, like the venue itself support that? So it really depends. So I cannot answer that, I'm sorry. Next question is do BTS perform the exact same show for different days? Yes and no. The set lists, are they the same? Yes. Are the costumes the same? Yes. But like the experiences themselves are going to be different. Like I said earlier, the experiences really do matter on who you're with and the people who are also in the hall for you, like with you. Like if you're with a really hyped group of ARMYs, like you're gonna have a more fun time in my opinion, and the boys are gonna feed off that energy, so it might be a more upbeat and like exciting show than like maybe another show where maybe people are maybe a little older, or like maybe people are younger, it's more obnoxious. So like it really depends. Is it gonna be exactly the same? No, but is it gonna be similar? Yes. Okay, next question is will there be after parties / fan meetups? I know people do plan like after parties, like going out to eat or like meeting up with fans like before the concert. So I would just look around online, look around on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, just like type in the search bar like fan meetup at venue, date, whatever. Like you're gonna find someone, and like you're gonna meet ARMYs there, like people you're sitting next to, people you're around, people you're in line with. It'd be like, hey, do you wanna go catch some food after this? They're gonna be like, hell yeah. Oh, whatever, I don't care. So yeah, you're gonna meet people, and I feel like the social aspect of it is very big for concerts. Like I know a lot of people don't go just for the concert, like it's a whole weekend or it's a whole trip like ordeal where like you're going to meet people, you're going to have fun, you're going to make these new memories. Last question is, are there any fan projects for insert date here? I got this question a lot. I don't run any fan projects personally, but there are a lot of people who do. I would look on Facebook for those specific groups. You can fund these, like the Snapchat geo filters, the banner projects, light stick projects, signs, like all of these. People who have the means are already planning these. So like if you haven't heard anything about them yet, I wouldn't worry. Like we're still pretty far away from the concert. People are still in the beginning stages of these. And I wouldn't worry, because like when you get to your concert, people are going to inform you about what the project is. So don't feel like, oh my god, if I don't know ahead of time, I'm never gonna know, because the people who organize this are gonna be on top of it. They're going to tell you. Like last year for the rainbow, people like went through the line and passed out the bags depending on the person's section, and they gave them a little note card about what to do with it and like when to do it. So you're gonna have directions, you're gonna know what to do for that project, and the projects are gonna be different from venue, from day, just depending on who's going and what they put together. Oh my god, I think that's all that I had. This video is so long. I'm really sorry. I talked really fast, so if I didn't say all that I wanted to say, I apologize. Again, I'm going to make a part 2 to this, so please feel free to leave me more questions if I didn't get to your question, or if I didn't answer something thoroughly enough, or if this sparked like a new question in your head. You can leave those in the comments, or you can follow my Twitter. I'll link that down below too. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just check out the description because I'm going to put a lot of this information down there that I talked about throughout this video. So I hope you guys like this. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. Yeah, I'm here to help you guys. Like, really, this is what I like to do. This is my way of giving back. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.